What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the ShockerRacing Garage. It has been a minute since
a long time.
Yeah, especially for her to be on the channel, but we've been slacking on the video content lately.
They know.
Yep. And we are excited to be jumping into a brand new project for the garage here. We recently picked up this 2008 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon,
which we're leaning toward the name for the project, Shocker.
Figured we'd play on the Shocker, and Rubicon. But yeah, let us know what you think of that name for this project. This is a flame red 2008 Rubicon that has 175,000 miles on it. But we got this thing at a dealer auction and it was a great price. And everything seems to work. All the lockers, the axle disconnect or sway bar disconnect, everything seems to work. It runs and drives good. It did have a valve cover leak on it, so it was leaking oil when we picked it up, but we did address that already. So now we can start getting into more of the fun stuff, or very soon we're gonna jump into that. Of course, we've been working with our favorite lift company, Clayton Off-Road, to figure out a little surprise over there. Trying to decide on wheels, tires, how big we wanna go, all that fun stuff. Obviously fenders, blah, 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 blah. But Kim, why don't you show them what we're gonna be working on today just to get this project rolling.
All right, for this video, we're gonna start with something basic. We're going to take out the seats and we're going to change out the foam and the seat covers. Let me show you exactly why we're changing them out. As you can see, this looks like it's been chewed by a mouse and the seat cover just needs to be replaced. And on the passenger side, we could see that the foam here is very deformed and worn because it was loved by whoever owned it before. So we're gonna change those up and make them brand new.
So this Jeep, even though it has 175,000 miles on it, it's actually in very good shape. These seats aren't actually like really dirty or anything. They just look like they've been worn and somebody was in and out of it a lot. Other than the minor nicks and bumps and scratches on this Jeep, it's really overall in good shape. So we're just gonna kind of dial it in a little bit, get it a little fresher before we start with all the goods.
All right, so we got our 18mm socket. We're gonna pop out these bolts. All right, 2 down. Let's go to the back. There's 2 more back here. So we're gonna disconnect this plug under the seat and then take this thing out of here. All right, so just push in here in this tab and squeeze and pull it apart. So we picked these up on eBay pretty cheap. We have the foam and we have the seat cover. So we're just doing the bottom part with the foam and the cover. As you can see, this is what we're replacing.
And it's actually a pretty good match. I mean,
yeah.
Other than now that we've got it out of the vehicle, we can see the seat is kind of dirty. But we could probably scrub that.
And if not, maybe we'll just end up doing the whole thing eventually. But let's get started on this bottom part.
Okay, so we're working on figuring out how to remove this seat recline handle, and I couldn't seem to find any info about it, but it looks like it's just this C-clip in here. And so I grabbed a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'm just gonna try to reach down in there and grab it and pull and see how that popped out. And then that should release this, hopefully. So it took a little work to get this off. You can see Kim right now laying down on her back
see my feet.
To get the shot. But come on up here, Kim. Do a sit-up. Okay, so you can see here, this is pretty like corroded, and in there was pretty corroded, and that's why it took me a bit to get this off. And I'll probably sand this a little bit and maybe put a little grease before I put this back together. But literally all this was this little tiny clip goes down over the end here in this groove, and what it does is it locks it into this groove on the inside there. So super simple, but if you don't know, it's a little challenging to figure it out. So this just kind of ends up going in this groove here. One thing with these clips, the little metal clips that we learned recently on another project, is when you go to put this back on, you actually put the clip in just like this already, and then you should be able to slide it on and it'll clip itself in on its own. Okay, so you're gonna wanna peel this back on both sides of the seat here, And it looks like there are just 2 bolts here, and we're gonna be able to remove that on this side as well as the inner side of the seat. We just flipped this foam up. And you found a quarter? Oh, jackpot. We're gonna remove these 2, and then it's actually gonna separate the top of the seat from the bottom of the seat. So we're gonna grab some socket and our impact and take those apart.
So we got our 15mm socket. Should do the trick. All right, gross.
All right, so just like that, the 2 pieces of the seat are separated. We're gonna be working on just this base, but somebody suggested taking this seat cover off and being able to throw it in the wash. I just saw that online, but we're gonna probably try and wash it, just kind of scrub it while it's on there, maybe with Woolite or something like that, but we'll come back to that. But for now, we gotta get this cover off and get this foam switched out.
All right, we're going to start peeling off the seat cover and undoing these clips. Let's see how I do, maybe see how many nails I break. So there's 1. Good news is we don't have to be too careful because we are replacing it.
And honestly, if it fights us too much, we'll just cut them.
Oh, well then I guess.
Just cut it all because we just took
really
this whole seat cover and the foam off, but.
In that regard.
Right. No need to be careful.
Oh, there we go. All right, there's that.
We're come around to the front side here.
Yeah.
That's one big long one there.
It's a doozy.
Got it?
Yeah.
There you go.
I got it. I don't really care about my nails. I just have a little bit of nails, but if they stayed, it'd be nice. But
The whole cart's moving.
sorry, I'll hold the card.
There we go.
Oh, nice. I guess that wasn't so hard.
It's just tight in here with the metal, and it's kind of sharp, so
Yeah.
don't want to
that's what I
really
was-
like tear your hand open. There it goes.
There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and flip the seat over so we can start peeling this all back. Kind of feed the seat belt through there.
Nice. That was easy.
And
Oh, look.
looks like it's a Torx bit in there.
Looks big.
So this was a T40 Torx bit. And that came off nice and easy. So we're just gonna work this all out and around everything. This piece comes around the clip there, and it's definitely caught on something in there. I think it's just caught on there, right? Yeah, there you go. See, it was just pinched in there.
Yeah, you're right.
And just like that, it's off pretty easy. Come around here, just this is what kind of makes me feel good that this is the right foam. Look at how it's like notched for the bracket and stuff like that. And it looks like it's really gonna fit and sit nicely in here. So yeah, now it's time to just clean everything up before we put the cover on this and set it back on. So we're gonna give this whole thing a good scrub down, and then I'm gonna pull out some black Rust-Oleum and definitely make sure like the feet here I'm gonna spray. I'm just gonna go ahead and scuff up some of the rust here, and then I'll spray it, and then we'll be able to put it all back together and it'll look fresh and new again. Okay, so Kim cleaned the whole frame down, and I kind of touched up with some gloss black spray paint the feet, kind of where some rust was showing. So I scuffed it up, sprayed it. Now it's wet, so we're gonna let it sit overnight, and we're gonna come back and try to finish this project tomorrow. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do while we are waiting for the paint to dry on the actual seat frame is I grabbed the seat foam and I grabbed our seat cover, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to attach this to the actual seat foam. Now what I did is I picked up a set of hog ring pliers. I got these on Amazon and they're super cheap, like 17 bucks for these pliers and a bunch of different sizes of hog rings. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to use these and the hog rings to attach the cover to the seat foam. All right, so I grabbed one of the middle size clips or hog rings, and what I did is I laid this out so that the piping here matches up to where these the rod is kind of in the seat foam. And I'm gonna start with this first one because then we're gonna go down each side, but this one's gonna kind of center it into place. And this is my first time ever doing this on my own, so hopefully this works out okay. But basically you just want to try and get this clip to clip around this and the metal down in here. And let's see if I can get it. Okay, so I got the metal and I got that clipped, and I just give it a squeeze, and there it is. That's in. So now I'm just going to continue along. So on this front side of the seat, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down each side, we're going to have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do the front 5 first, and then I'll work down the side. So what's cool about these hog ring pliers is that they're kind of reverse spring loaded, so that when you put your hog ring in there, it's going to hold it in place for you. So you don't have to worry about like squeezing on it until it's down in here, and you get the hook around the metal in there, and then you can make sure you've got that hooked, and then you can go ahead and give it a squeeze, and it squeezes really easy. And just make sure you get it nice and tight so that it grabs on. And I got one more here in the middle. I was actually shocked how easy this goes when we just did them on the original Mojito Jeep when we had to fix the seat heaters. But yeah, these things just clip on super easy. Seems to work out nicely if you hook the metal down in there first and then kind of get the piping in the way. And one more. So last one for the front side here. Like I said, it's easiest to hook it in there and then kind of clip that in and squeeze. All right, so since neither one of us have ever done these before, Kim's gonna give it a try. If you do make a mistake doing these, you just grab some side cutters, cut it off, and start again. Good. Good.
There we go.
So now that Kim has the hang of it, she's gonna do the last 3 on the outside.
Once you get the hang of it, it is actually really easy.
Yeah, you just got to kind of get the feel of it at first, and then it's good. It's super simple. All right, so with the frame back up on our cart here, we're just going to take the seat foam, and you're going to start putting it on and clipping it in. Now you do notice that there is a slot here for the seat belt, so we want to make sure that we feed that through right away before we get too far along. And that will kind of hold it in place as well. And then just got to kind of work this down and around to get it started. All right, so it's kind of fighting me here because the cart's moving and the seat's moving. So Kim and I are going to tag team this together. So I put the camera up on the counter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pull this in the center back into place. And then if Kim can try to hook the edge. Let me try to come around from this side here, Kim. There we go. All right, that was a challenge, but we got it. Okay, so we're working on the back side of the seat here now, and all this has to do is pull up and just kind of clip over to here. What we noticed was on the factory seat cover, this was cut into pieces, which we probably could cut this if we needed to. So I'm gonna use these cutters and just kind of cut little notches here. And that should hopefully give me the pieces I need to clip in. So, clip that there. This piece will sit loose here, and then I can clip this guy here. Okay, now I think we can do the sides. So I would say save the sides for last because they actually hook over pretty easy. Okay, so the next thing we noticed is that the seat cover did not come with any of the holes kind of pre-cut, which is probably a good thing because now that you got it on, you can kind of make your own holes where you need them to be. So for this lever here, this is going to go back on like that. So we're going to mark, I can feel the center here where this screw goes in. And I'm just going to take this razor knife and just kind of make a incision, if you will. And we'll hope that that's enough to get the screw through. So I was able to start running this screw in, and now I'm going to back it out And then I can put the cover back on. And then we can pop this cap back in. All right, so we set this back on already and we started the bolts. We did have to cut a little notch in the fabric because this seat was not slotted at all for the screw holes. So we're gonna run those in nice and tight. So I'm gonna run this guy in first. Nice and tight, and then. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this down here so that this little piece of fabric goes over this. And then I'm gonna put a dab of anti-seize around this just because this was pretty stuck on before. Okay, so you can see that we scrubbed this a little bit with the Woolite before we put this on just to make it a little easier, but this should just pop right on. Like I said, we put this little C-clip back in, and the way these usually work is you just kind of press it into place. So you got to try to line up the teeth in the proper positioning. It seems to be the way it wants to go. So, and just like that, it is clipped in. So now that should allow us to, yep. Why do I feel like it came out way easier than it's going in?
Seems like it did.
Okay, so after you clip in the electrical plug, then make sure you line up the holes, and there is a pinhole here, so that had to drop through, but line them up, and then you're just gonna tighten the bolts down, and make sure you do torque those to the proper specs.
All right, as you can see, we have it all put together, bolted in. It's ready to go. All right. And next thing we're gonna do is scrub the back of this seat, and we should be golden.
All right, so that is gonna wrap it up for our intro to the project ShockerRacing. Again, ShockerRacing. Let us know what you think of that name in the comments below. I think the verdict's still out, but we've been getting some okay feedback on that one. Yeah.
I think we gotta like say it with emphasis.
Okay, ShockerRacing. Take some guesses on what our plans are for wheels, tires, lift kit, how big we're going on all that. We want to hear your guesses, what we're doing, but we are still in the process of planning out the build, but you know a lift kit's coming soon. Make sure you subscribe.
Like, comment,
comment,
share.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.